on Twitter media. I'm telling you, today was a busiest day. Busy, busy, busy. But nevertheless, you can have a great time today. Uh, I want to do a little practical things. I know that we've been talking about a lot of things, and people like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like I don't know I'm going to be able to do it. So everybody get on the mute. Some people here coming from not muted. If you can mute yourself, it would be great. Let me see if I can do it from okay, well, just able to mute. Perfect. More people gonna come in. I mean, last week, class was empty, and last week was powerful, guys. But when we miss it, we miss it. But we will go a little bit more practical today, because I was feeling like, okay, we got so many tools, and people are excited for tools, but it's just I don't want you to be information overload. So let's break it down a little bit in the most practical way. So I'm going to use my good friend Gerard as an example. You're not going to talk, but I'm going to use you as an example. So let's say that you start right now, because it's always good to know how to start. One of the best way when you teach or you want to do something is, do you know how to start? Okay, do you know how to start? So I know how to start. So if you have to say, okay, look, I want you to start producing content. I have a very powerful session with somebody in Congo. I'm one of my students is the number three in the entire communication um, department of the state of Congo. So we are exchanging a lot of stuff, a lot of strategies, not only for him but for the entire country. So I'm very privileged to from Congo Brazzaville. Where you from, good lady. The right guy is really one of the top guy, and so happy to be able to talk with him. So I give him strategy that he can utilize, um, not only for his companies, because he got a lot of companies, for his church, but for the country. So what we're doing here go super wide. So you're starting now, okay? You have the content, and you say, okay, now you're about to launch. What is the most practical way to launch your content? So let's go. We're gonna simplify, and I believe that I'm gonna have more interaction because people were like, "Oh my God," the last few weeks. So the number one thing, because I know everybody doesn't have a Mac, okay? So I'm gonna use a software that everybody can use if you have a Mac or PC. So let's go straight old school. I mean, I could be old school, but let's use that to start, and then we're gonna be able to utilize everything else. But let's start like we're gonna focus on two things here, but like on StreamYard. Okay, so when you go on StreamYard, you start your account and everything else, and you're gonna go to product. Okay, very easy to start. So we will go straight to um, multi-stream first. Okay, and we've been adding things, so it's not really how it used to be. Me, not tomorrow, but next week, say, Coach, do your tutorial on StreamYard, Ecam, and all these tools. Because I start monetizing my YouTube channel, so I need to do more tutorials openly. So what's going on now is that you should not today live stream to a single platform. I know you see a lot of the best influencers sometimes still using their phone or whatever. They just don't know. Okay, they just don't know. We just don't know. And it's ridiculous nowadays to be able to do stuff like that when there's so many other ways to make it happen. Okay, we should not uh, in this stage doing live from one platform. It's making no sense because the goal is distribution. Okay, so you see here when you started, you can stream like on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and everything else. It's very important. And they show you exactly how to do. Oh, coach, how you do it. The number one thing that you do if you have a YouTube channel is that you log into the YouTube channel. How to log into YouTube channel. I have to be super practical this morning. You log in on your YouTube channel by having your Gmail account open and then go to the segment where they say YouTube. So when it's already open and you come here, you're going to be able to add destination and you're going to be able to add YouTube. You do the same thing with Facebook. Oh my God, Periscope back in the day, souvenir, and LinkedIn. Now, unless you have a crazy boss or manager, don't do live on LinkedIn just in case, if you feel like you can um, slow down your career and stuff like that, don't do live on LinkedIn. But if you're like me, regardless of you doing clients on a corporate side or individual client, LinkedIn is going to be very good for you. So you have to be live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay, that's extremely important to have live over there. Okay, so one stream, multiple platform. Yeah, you follow me so far. Okay, so when that live is over, the live is going to be somewhere on your computer. Okay, so when you have a live, that's a little details that people don't really do. I want you to do three things. I want you to give opportunity. Most of you guys are coaches here. I want you to give them the opportunity to have a conversation with you. But you don't want to just do no free stuff, just to do free things. You're gonna get leads. So a lot of people you want to use, calendar, calendar, stuff like that. But I because I'm a partner of Pensite, doing your form on Pensite that you connect to your website. If some of you guys don't know how to do that, I can help you do that outside the schedule of a classroom, and you get it a very cheap discount. How to set it up? Okay, very important. So you need to have three call to action. One to have a free consultation. Don't make it more than 20 minutes, 15, something like that. The good things that you get all the information, their name, email, town, so you know exactly what they need. And I will show you other time what type of questions you need to ask to make sure that you have more than enough information to conduct your consulting call. Okay, well, so that's number one. Number two, you need to give them a call to action to buy your book or buy your course. Now, don't put your Amazon link because you have no way to track it. This is, you just go get my book on Amazon, it means nothing. It can see like a seal of this candy. Okay. Okay, so I don't want you to say, like, oh no, my God, you go to Amazon. Don't do that. Number one, get a free, because like when you want to sell a package over $1,000, you need to talk to a person. You can still have somebody send you two, $3,000 without talking to you the JOA. You need to talk to them, figure out what they need, and have this type of package. Number three is digital product. If you don't have a digital product, you should have one. Okay? And number four, if possible, get them a link to your podcast. Okay? Why is that? Whenever you go live, you need to have that in the description. In the replay purposes, when somebody come listen to you, they can access that. And I'm telling you, one of my best transactional call or product happen after the live. Some people are sad. Oh my God, coach, I went live. Nobody. Don't worry about when you live. It's what's going on in the replay. There's a lot of money being made on replay. But because you only broadcast to one place, you don't have so many chance of people to listen to your information. Four major ones. YouTube. Facebook, you should have two pages, your professional page and your personal profile. You go live on both. Forget that thing about, oh no, over there is my friends and family, and over there is my business. Be everywhere. You two Facebook pages, one page on YouTube, very important, and on your Instagram. You go live. Don't make your life too long. If you can, make it 20, 30 minutes. Now, if you have something very important to say and the audience is engaging, you have to do what you have to do. Okay? When that is finished, okay, and again, but StreamYard, where you can stream everywhere, is not free. You have to pay $50. You have to understand it's very important for you to have that. Then, if you don't have pen sites, you still want to do what we call on-air webinar. So where people register, people can do it in Zoom, and now that's another way to convert a lot of people. Actually, I believe I'm going to have one in French and in English. I'm going to do something exciting. I'm going to do one back to back. I've never done that before, just because. So we have one in English Saturday and the other one in French on Sunday. I believe I do that next week. And I will announce it this weekend, probably. Just want to make sure the schedule with my wife. But I will do back to back like that and promote both at the same time. Okay? I will see if I do both. I don't want to work too hard, but still. So on here webinar. What is the difference between a live stream and a webinar? A webinar, people are more serious because they give your name, you know who you're talking to. And you convert a lot that way as well. Okay? So you have to do this kind of stuff. Very important to do. And the good thing about on-air webinar is that you have the phone number and stuff like that. So you do a presentation. It's like having a presentation in a room, and you know who you're talking to, and already give information so you know what they want, what they're about. So your presentation is more closer, and then you can always, give discount 20% off, 30% off, 50% off to make sure that we can sign to your different packages. When you start building your brand or whatever that you do, I recommend, if you can, to have one free webinar a month. One free webinar a month, and then when you build your stuff, you go live. If you can, go live at least once a week. If you can do that, you will go to the next level. When you finish with that, okay, you will do podcasting, okay? You will do podcasting. And when you go do a podcasting, it means that your content, that's what I propose, that your content, that when you go live, those live become podcasts. And people say, okay, podcast is not this. I didn't go from, my microphone didn't work today. To have a mic like this one, okay? And then you just teaching and stuff like that, and that's a podcast look. It's not that. A podcast is when you have a certain distribution. So I'll just give you the game tonight. That's what everybody is supposed to do. Okay. So you go to rss.com. Of course, I have my website where you can have access to all the links. I will give it to you before I ask. I go with the questions. Okay. It's $14 a month, or 19 if you have a podcast of network. That's like 14 a month. And it's very important. Why? Because we're gonna go to this mission. Let me make sure in the sharing thing again. Let me stop the sharing. Let's trim it out. And I hope I'm gonna come back here again and then share it. Okay, hold on. That's one thing. Sometimes we don't share automatically. It's okay. So that, I want, for you to make sense what I'm saying. So that's one tool, StreamYard. Because a lot of people use the tools, they don't have a strategy to help you use the tools. I mean, so many people use StreamYard, but there's no result because there's no strategy to the madness. You need to have a strategy, okay? And right now, I've been talking in French a lot because I have something in French coming, so I'm not just talking in French on my page a lot for no reason. And now, the stuff translate everything, but still, I know what I'm doing. So now, because I have an event coming virtual. So now, you see what's going on here? So, manage, this, we go to distribution. So we're going to stop here. I want you to understand what's going on. So one-time submission. So when you start going on Facebook, you're on two Facebook pages, YouTube and Instagram. So your stuff is on four platforms. You can use X2, so aka Twitter, okay? But then it's over there. So you leave over there, stay there. So we talk about the power of replay and purposes, and the title is it's great, and the description, so this call to action and everything. But when you come now and get the same content, I also podcast now. Of course, I always tell you about developing an intro and an outro for new students. I will explain that later on. But your stuff is on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, including Alexa, Spotify, Google, Samsung, everything. Everything is there. Okay? Powerful. Boom. So when the stuff is there too, there's a call to action. And of course, that's why you need to have a website. So after people listening to your podcast, you're offering the people who listen to you for the first time online, who listen to your podcast, guess what? They have to go to your website for newcomers, and there's a gift over there, something for free that you give them on your website in exchange for data. Data is 10,000 times more powerful than a subscriber, a download, or a like. Data is a king of priority when it comes to online business. Data means information, name, city, email, and interest. What they like. So that's why it's so important. So when you put your stuff there, now you need to come to another website. I just finished. I already did something with podcasts. You already know. If you don't know, people who are with me, when I go in details. But just for tonight, I want you to understand the segmentation of, oh coach, what I'm doing next, all these tools, what I'm doing next. I don't know. I'm lost. No, you're not lost. I bring it back. Like as a DJ, I bring it back. I bring it back. I don't know if you remember that. You go back and forth. When you mix, and then you put it back, and that's what I'm doing. So when you have that, of course, we let you know where your audience is and stuff like that. Then, of course, you can monetize your sponsor and stuff. And, I go all the details with that in all the classes. But now, let's stop sharing. And when you finish all that, I'm almost done, guys. It's going to be a great class tonight. And when you finish all that, okay, coach, now you said, StreamYard. When I finish with StreamYard, what I'm doing next, you go to your podcasting. What I'm doing next. After that, what you do, you go now into Opus Clip, aka Opus.pro. And again, our partner with all that, I will give you the link right before I ask a question where you can sign up for all the services I just talked about. Okay? So you don't talk, what did he say? Oh, that's what he said here. Oh, what did he say here? Everything's gonna be there. Okay? So now, what I like about all these tools, they get better and better. Okay? They get better and better. So after the live, there's somewhere on my computer. What I need to do, I need to bring the stuff here. And again, this one is not free. Opus Pro, I believe, is 19 a month. Okay? It's just, I think about if you have to pay your employee, it's going to cost you more than 10 here, 50 here, stuff like that. You can pay somebody at least $1,000. Okay, so that is way cheaper for some of us who've been in the game since the early 2000. It costs a lot to have somebody help you doing this. So you cannot really appreciate it if you never have somebody that you pay every month to do something that now one of the two can do. I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm using this one, for example, about project or project with Pandora. Let me use project Pandora. So when I click on it, what I did, the only thing that you're doing here, okay, is that I took the link and they ask you when you open Opus Pro, can you just put the link, and wherever you put the link, they're going to help you to break everything down. Okay. So the good thing with that video was 60 minutes I did with my daughter. I haven't even posted a full version yet. I was supposed to do that today, but I was busy. So this is the clip I post early this week, I believe. I already have almost 500 views of that clip on YouTube Shorts. I believe 700 on TikTok, and I don't remember on Facebook, Instagram how much I have, but that's just one clip, right? I'm just playing with it. But the person who really wants more information about this clip, they can get the full interview that's going to be part of the podcast. So you see now the strategy, right? So the reason why I didn't post the stuff because I want her to sell her books in it. So I'm about to create some custom link. Some custom links so people can be able to order those two books, and then she can be able to sign the first 20 of the books for your, if you have a daughter, if you have a son, or even for yourself, because it's good to learn what's going on. So you see what I'm doing now. So I'm going to show you something that it was not existing the first time I introduced Opus Pro to you guys in January or February. We're August now. Okay, people have been here. Clap for yourself. You've been here since January. So you see here, there's brand templates, there's home, and there's asset library and calendar. So again, just real quick, there's this format with a long video, even video we are side by side and we put us on top of each other like that is great. But I'm not going to go in the details of how to edit that. That's for another class. Let's go to calendar. The reason why calendar is so powerful, because, okay, it was on the 19th I did that. Because I can come here, okay, and choose a date and start posting. So let's say that today, and we talk about automation, right? You said to talk about that you want to be efficient. Of course, I want to be efficient. Thank you, Hassan, for your class. I want to be efficient. Let's be efficient together. Let's break this thing down. Do not have a tool and you don't utilize the tool to your max capacity. Okay? And that's what I'm doing today. I said, I don't just use StreamYard. Don't you just have a podcast for a podcast. Let's put everything working together and understand how you can get paid for all of that. Okay? So today we have 20 seconds. Tomorrow, so let's go. So that's Saturday, 24th, 25th. Monday, one of the most important days, right? Monday. So I'm going here and click plus. When I click plus, what's happening? There's different projects. I can upload my own video or I can go to this one, right? So let's go to that new video. And that's so powerful. Okay. I just did that, but I could do that with one project, but I can just, this one is just too small. Hold on. No. Let me click on it. But I will do this. Okay. And let me go here again. Perfect. So you see, there's a video is 60 minutes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 15 reels. Okay. So I can schedule, let's say that, let's like think global 19 seconds, or understand the African, London versus Paris while learning another language, like that, 1 minute. I can do just 19 seconds, think global. So I click on that, right? Select the clip. So look at this, think global, unlock your audience with multilingual content. So we already got everything you want to see, say, and stuff like that. That's a hook, the flow, the message is clear about engagement, if I want to engage, or if I want to talk about trends. So there's different, text about this 19-second clip. So I said I select, right? I love this kind of stuff. Look at this. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Can I drop the mic? I love that. Look at this. So I can schedule on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok. TikTok is connected, and that's for TikTok, that's for repurpose now. And you can, right now, you have to go live on the phone. So you can still go live on TikTok if you have 500 friends there. On my daughter Instagram, on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn. So you see, on all the platform, all I have to do, all I have to do, I'm just click schedule. And at 12 a.m. on Tuesday, select. Oh, okay. Please select at least one account. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't select. So you see, I click on it. And look at what they said. They want my thing to be public, private, or listed. I want public. Then I click on TikTok. It's going to be on TikTok. Then I go on my Instagram. It's going to be on my Instagram. Then I go on Facebook. Then I go on LinkedIn. Look at that, guys. And at that time, the full version is going to be there. Okay? So I can add Twitter, but I didn't have a lot of response. So I didn't add Twitter yet, but you see that? So what I do, I click schedule. Oh my God. So I can go in the future. That's the birthday of my good friend, Pastor Mason Better. So on August 27th, at midnight, I can change the time, but we don't have time. At midnight, while I'm sleeping, my good employee, Opus Pro, that I pay $19 a month, while I'm sleeping, it's going to release my videos on all those platforms. This is not wonderful, guys. This is what I'm talking about. I just give you a strategy, like the strategy I just gave you. I get paid thousands of dollars to go to a company and teach the staff how to do that. Sometimes I get 10, 15. Okay, easy like that session. I mean, I go to a little bit more details, but that's really what I just showed you. Just like that. Boom. And now, because I have all the stuff, it's over. This is it. This is it. I mean, it's over. Yes. You hear me now? Yes. You see that great lady? This is what it's about. If you this is and then you remember, and then what I just did, I want you to schedule for different stuff like that every 2 days. So I have 16 clips, right? If I schedule that every 2 days on a calendar in all the platform, so I want you to do 16 by 4 is 64 piece of content that all I have to do on my end was to record a 16-minute video. And people are going to say, I think, oh, AI, man, I know what ChatGPT. What ChatGPT are you talking about? That's it. And of course, before I let you ask a question, I'm going to go on a website where you can find all those tools. So you're not going to be kind of, sad like, okay, coach, I don't know where I sign up. I'm not sure what you said. What was it? Don't worry about it. I got you. You go to Darcy Ogondaga, or you can go now, My Tools. And over there, of course, all on StreamYard. No, 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 everything is on StreamYard. On StreamYard. StreamYard, you start StreamYard. Then from StreamYard, you're gonna have to get Opus Pro. Okay, from StreamYard to Opus Pro. From Opus Pro, of course, you can get now, of course, for the people who got a website, the people that build a website, we're gonna talk about it. But when you have all those tools now and you're doing something, everything now is working together. So if you are not in a position where you can work on that, you don't need to pay to have a pay ads or say like I release a book and you don't do that, this is a minimum. I want you to be able to do that for 3 months. Regardless of every other tools, and actually other tools are more powerful than that. But this is a basic. If somebody said that, oh, I have an online business, this is the strategy that you need to operate on. So the least amount of effort, and you create at least, your live is 60 minutes, the game is 15. So if your live is 30 minutes, sometimes you can have like 25 or 30 piece of content. If you post that every 2 days, not every day, because people need to breathe a time to consume the content, you don't want to overload. If you have 30 pieces of content, you have content for 60 days in 4 platforms. You just create 240 pieces of content with one 30-minute video. Come on, man. Come on. This is it. It's over. I don't need to talk no more. Let's go home. And this is a system. And I just give you not even 10% of what I call the, the content, global content monetization system. We don't talk about different languages. We don't even talk about different stuff. But if you can have that down pack in your head when you create stuff, now you have a technique to the madness. And what I just showed you, that's just the content, and you still have a podcast going on. I don't even talk about the pay ads. We're gonna increase all that. So you cannot doing something like that and be consistent for 6 months. What's going to happen when you do that for 6 months? Then remember now, I said that you have to go to StreamYard to do your webinar to make it simple, or you can use on Penside. You can do that, and you have your one free webinar a month where people register, and you do one live a week. So it means that every week you're creating 30 pieces of content. You do that for 6 months. What's going to happen after 3 to 6 months? You're going to have enough data, enough conversation, enough webinar. At this point, you have all the information you need to be super successful to creating ads. Nobody can stop you in the world no more, because now you have enough data. You know exactly who's looking for you, what they need, how you can help them. Now, at that moment, you can scale. But how you can scale from zero? Hey, coach, I just started. I want to know when I'm going to make my first $10,000. Did you? I mean, how long have you been doing this consistently? You talk about you want to change your life forever, and you cannot do that for 3 to 6 months. Do that for 3 to 6 months. Now you have enough data. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to make some sales in the process. You're going to make some sales, but it will not be I will not be a man of integrity if I will sell you a dream. Oh no, you're gonna make your first $10,000 in the next 30 days. it's crazy to say that. You know what I'm saying? But for sure, what I can guarantee you, you follow that in 6 months, you have a global audience. And guess what? With the tools I give you, like rss.com, you will know exactly where are they because they download the podcast. And then there's a strategy with pay ads and stuff like that when you can increase your download. So now people come talk to you for sponsorship. The highest form to monetize your content is sponsorship, not likes on YouTube. I was looking at my channel, because I haven't just monetized. It was never my goal to monetize my view, but I started doing that a few weeks ago. And I was looking at my back office with how much people consume my content, stuff like that. Like I got 2,000 people watch my content, and I was like, I think I saw like I'm making that $2, something like that. I said, praise God, I never count on that. Now, because I have so many videos and I'm about to monetize even my old video, so pretty much that amount will be transformed to, to some maybe a few thousand in a few months because I've been in the game for a long time. But like what people try to sell you outside, say, hey, get views, get views, get views. When is the lowest form to make money is views. But if you build an audience like that, you will really get to that level and it can be so powerful. So before you ask your question, we start with StreamYard. StreamYard is like $49 when you can connect everything. And I know some people say, oh my God, do I need to pay? Yes, you need to pay. Yes, you need to pay. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay. Because like those tools, when you see money coming out every month, you're gonna figure out a way to figure out how to make money. Because if everything is free, you're gonna be in the la la land. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing. But when you got stuff like that, you have to show up and do whatever you have to do. Okay, very important. After that, you go to Opus Pro. So StreamYard is to connect your live from your computer and be able to go live in multiple platforms. After that lives on multiple platform, of course, you have the three offer in it. Okay, so offer consultation where people create, fill up a form, also like use Pensite. Okay, and all that is on my website. You want to start with it. That's the.com/my tools. Okay, and get compensation when you use those company because I've been working with them for years. So when you do that and people fill up the form, now you can send them an email, a CRM, and all this kind of stuff. You don't have to go towards that because of the time. But if you can do that, eventually it will grow. People will contact you, and then that's how you get to a certain level. And then you go to Opus Pro, you put your link, your YouTube link or Facebook link. You just put the link, and they can cut the video. They can cut the video in vertical, or you can choose. I didn't have time to show you, or you can choose um, the format of YouTube, like the format you're watching me now. Okay, that we call it like, let's say like a YouTube format if you want. And the vertical is for, Instagram, Reels and TikTok Reels and all this kind of stuff. But when you post like that for 6 months, you're gonna attract people gonna come towards you. Okay? So that's the minimum. What I just show you is the minimum that what everybody's supposed to do. On top of everything people been here for a long time, on top of everything that I ever taught you, that is just to bring it back because what I have to show you, for the rest of the year is gonna be super crazy good. So I want just to put like a welcome back into so you can understand that, even if it's still like last week, there's not a lot of people tonight, but on the replay, if you understand how important it is so they can um, charge themselves and then make sure they go to the next level. Okay, the floor is yours. You can ask your questions. I'm done.
Okay, can I get a question in? I need to go over,
Yeah,
make
go
sure I
ahead.
got, okay, I got rss.com.
Mhm.
You said Office Pro, OFFICE.
No, OPUS. All that is on a website. Let me show you. Because I don't want you to be stuck on the names. I want you to go straight to the website. That's why I did it like that, just to make sure that there's no hesitation, or because of my French accent, somebody's gonna write the wrong thing and you're gonna go give your money to the wrong people. So I'm just show you again what I answer your questions. Okay. Um, you see now, this is our stuff. Okay, this is me in Paris. This is very good. This is if you ever go to Paris, you have to go to that street. That's where you can get the best shot to the Eiffel Tower. It's not crowded, and the Eiffel Tower is right there. So I took a picture there. So you see here, live streaming software. Sign up from StreamYard. Boom. Sign up for podcast. Boom. That RSS here. Sign up for the best CRM software and email optimization. Boom. ConvertKit. Sign up for the best tool to create reels. Opus Pro. Boom. You can just click on there. Sign up for a digital product you want to sell, your courses, your book. Pen site. You click right here. How to repurpose your live real podcast webinar, something even more powerful than Opus Pro. Repurpose IO. Boom, it's here. So because those names are kind of complicated, that's why I put it purple, and whatever you need, just click on it and just sign for them. Okay? So go ahead with your question, Katrina.
Okay, so basically you're saying sign up for all of them, and one of them is $49. Is there a fee for the other ones?
Yes, so $49 for
For stream,
StreamYard.
right?
Yes, and then I believe it's $19 for Opus Pro. Okay, and Paint Site is 29 a month. So 29 plus 20, 49 plus 49. So you talk about the taxes, talk about $100 a month to have those three employees who can do way more than anybody that you can pay $2,000 a month to do something. You are welcome there. Okay, because like those tools you're gonna follow them, and then we're waiting for Apple Intelligence. They're supposed to come back with some software we can put most of them out of business. That's why I cannot wait for Apple Intelligence and everybody who's part of this program. I'm going to study that Apple Intelligence and make sure that some of the stuff we're going to stop using, and stop some of the stuff we're still going to use it. Now, Apple Intelligence, if they do a desktop version of Apple Intelligence, game over. Because all we need is like a paid version of ChatGPT and Apple Intelligence to do everything else. Because like what I saw is that most of the stuff that we're doing now, Apple Intelligence can be able to do that and more. But we have to wait and see, how that is going to work out, and how we're going to be able to utilize that for the next 90 days after Apple Intelligence, coming out. I was using a company named Restream, and then Ecam start doing streaming different platform. I stopped using Restream. So there's someone sometimes you can adapt, and then Opus Clip becoming more and more, and doing so many things that where you don't really need to go somewhere else. Okay, that's it. So that's very important to have, because you can see how much time you can gain, right? Especially about scheduling. So like you don't have physically to post and wait and look at your phone, nothing posts or fail, or my Wi-Fi is good wherever I am. You know, it's connected. Your computer can be closed. You can be in another country, and nothing gonna post it for you. And that is so powerful. And then because you have offer, whoever is interested want more, you can make sure that in the description of your reels that you let them know this is where you can get more, and that is so powerful. It's one of the best way to have more and more people coming to your stuff. Okay.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
so when the 30-minute video is broken out into 19, 20 small reels or whatever, Okay, so is it like in the beginning, it starts you from the beginning of a sentence, or does it look like it starts you right in the middle and of a conversation?
It starts you right. It starts you right in the
Okay,
beginning of the stuff and end up right. They don't just gonna say like country and not saying a now. Everything's gonna be good. And I didn't want to show you that this to talk too much because I want a Q&A. They have now a new AI tools. I know Gerald's gonna love it. They have a new AI tools where you said that I want you to cut where I laugh. So whenever you laugh in the video, they're gonna cut where you start laughing. You said that if you're sad in the video, they're gonna cut where you're sad. If you make a joke, I mean that thing becoming better and better and better. This is why, Katrina, I have an idea to do that. In my library, I have more than 150 online courses. The reason why I decided to teach that class all year long, I saw the evolution of those AI tools. I said, like, if I teach that thing for 2, 3 months and I stop, the people who invest the money, they're gonna come 6 months later and say, Coach, what you told me stuff was good, but I don't find the stuff or I don't know what to do now. I said, you know what? I need to figure out a way every week or every over 2 weeks, I see according to my schedule, how I can still teaching that all year long. And eventually, by the grace of God, I will do a conference in November in Atlanta, a physical conference, physical workshop, where I will conclude that. And of course, people who are VIPs, you can have access to a different kind of seating and stuff like that, and more um, deals than everybody else in the room. But I'm going to do something physically, but like a resume, like a big workshop resume of everything I taught from January to November. So I believe that I'm thinking about November, second week of November, something like that. And I might do something like that also virtual, or might go to Paris or something. I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm going back on the world tour in 2025. So I'm going to eat 4 continents. This is like a serious world tour I'm going to do in 2025. But what I'm saying that is this is why, because I think it's going to evolve, and I didn't want to people just to access something and say like, hey, wait a minute, coach, what's going on? This is why I have another course where I add stuff differently who complements everything I'm doing here. And that's why it's so important to keep teaching, because like people here, remember guys, I talk about Opus Pro in February, and now in August, Opus Pro became a beast now. So yes, that's why it's important. Okay, Katrina, I answer your question.
yes. I'm sorry, I had taken myself off the. I had muted myself, but yeah.
Okay, cool, no problem. And you can come back with another question when somebody asks another one. Okay, there's no limit. Like, oh my God, I asked 2 questions. Hey, Gerald, what's up?
Coach, what's good, man? What's good? Man, good grounding session tonight. Just able to go back and fill in some of the gaps and check some of the boxes. So my particular question, couple of questions. Um, so you talked about when you did the webinar, make sure you have a way for people to contact you, like a consultation. So two-part question. You don't necessarily want to accept every customer, like you won't necessarily. So I'm working on a coaching program, and it's going to be a 12-week 999. I know that I don't just want anybody there, because what I have run into is, I've had people, and I know you probably get this a lot too. I've been guilty of it, but you get people who get the courses, but they don't put in the work. And so if I'm going to dedicate that time, it's not even so much just about me. You want to see people get the results. And so I want to try to offset that on the front end. So here was my thought process, and kind of correct or tweak me. So I was gonna actually kind of along the lines of what you said. I was going to do the webinar or whatever, but part of the onboarding process was going to be, all right, go and fill out this Google form and answer these particular questions. And those questions, even down to, are you willing to, or can you make the financial commitment? And I was going to use that as a vetting process to decide either they could get in from there or who I would call back. So going that route, as opposed to, or maybe in addition to having that online consultation, what's your thought about that piece first? That'll be my first part.
Okay, so that's super great. So yes, what you want to do is that to have as many questions as you can have. Because like most of the time, the person going to take the time to answer the questions, they're going to be interested. Okay. So what you want to do, um, even if it's 999, some people doesn't have, they don't have credit cards and stuff like that. So what you want to do, you want to give them opportunity to make payment plan. Okay.
Okay.
You give them opportunity, but then also you are very personable when it comes to the person that you try to help. Try to see what type of situation they are in, because sometimes people are in between jobs, sometimes people got no job. So this is something very important for me, that I don't want somebody to go broke and to go broke getting my program. Why? Because like you don't want to be resentment. Even if they are grown people, you want to be very careful and to let them know that, okay, what type of stuff you're comfortable with, and let them know in advance, like I did tonight. Hey, it's going to take you at least 6 months. So I believe that sometimes, especially here in America, people love to give false hope to people. It's better for you to under promise and over deliver, that give them, hey man, with me you're gonna be millionaire, man. You're gonna give everybody gets 6 figures. No, but I can guarantee you that you will have enough information to position you to access to that level. So it's not, because people like to say that, to me is really false hope. Oh, you have to sell result. We are not magician. Regardless of if anybody use a program, is no guarantee that because we're gonna say everything that you said, that they will eventually have a result. But what you can guarantee is that that information will transform the way you think, and this information is true. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna make 6 figures with it. So that need to be straight up upfront with the people. Okay. Now you said that I'm gonna be able to be available. Give me 24 to 48 hours to be able to answer some of the stuff. Unfortunately, even with my assistant in Germany, and I have another assistant in West Africa, and somebody else in the States, what I realize, when you are the one giving the answer, unfortunately, it pisses the people off, especially people who pay a certain amount, when you start answer for you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, wait a minute, I pay, to have access to why. So now I give my staff something else to do. But when it comes to the one-on-one to my VIP clients, unless I'm super, but it's like 24 to 48 hours. And, of course, it's up to how to answer the stuff, and but that is the first thing. Second thing is that you really want to let them know why they need to take the course. The why. The why is not really like, I believe I've told you guys before, that the why is for people to realize why they need the course. It's a need. Where you become, it's not like a if, it's a need. You need to become a need. And then the money is in the how. Sometimes people, to try to tell the how, they're losing the money because they give a strategy for free, while they try to convince somebody who's not convinced. So you don't have to tell them exactly what they're getting, but you let them know why your course is so different than anybody else. So
So should you
yeah,
want me to run it? You got time for me to run it by you?
yeah, sure, sure.
So the course was the coaching program is called From Work to Wealth.
Okay.
And I haven't done the subtitle yet, but the why behind it is because you don't want to be in a position where you have to work for the rest of your life. But until you shift your mindset from I'm living to work so I can make a living and pay bills and shift it to wealth, get into the place where I do that if I choose to. But I don't have to. You're going to be in that position where you're going to have to work for the rest of your life or longer than you desire to. And so the whole premise is you have to make the shift of work being the focal point of your life to building wealth so you can have the freedoms to live the type of lifestyle that you want to live. But that mind shift is going to have to take place first.
So you're teaching about the mind shift to be in that position, not the
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
Okay, because like this is now one thing that is very important, and that's why I have to work a lot on myself. You need to have a social proof to what you're teaching.
Okay.
So when I tell people like, hey, how to go global, because I've been around the world teaching. So I'm teaching about something that I did and something that a lot of my clients did. Very important. So now you talk about how to shift your mindset. Okay. So how to shift your mindset is very important. But that you don't when you say like for what, because like the number one question we're gonna ask you, say, okay, you want to bring me from my job to wealth. Have you used that yourself? So if the answer is like, okay, yes, I'm on my way, you're gonna be like, But now you want to say that, okay, in my mindset, in my mental health, I'm in a better position. I'm like if you can show that now that even if you're working, you have to show that there's some kind of stuff going on the side. Like, now you own stocks. So it's not like the stock making million yet, but now you have a few $100s more, a few $1,000 more. Or you used to have zero, now with all your stock, you have now 9,000 on the side. So you have to figure out to have some kind of practicality beyond your message. You understand? You know.
Yeah, and so I think the big selling point for me, I'm saying this while I'm still working. So I'm still connected to going through that process as opposed to someone who's already a multimillionaire or whatever, and they're saying, "Oh, well, you need to do this." And it's like, well, I can't really connect with you because you already over there. But while I'm still working on my job, I'm on the pathway to building wealth. And it started because I didn't always think like this. It started with the shift in my mindset. And I'm not promising you that you're going to be wealthy, but I can say, if you are not satisfied with where you are with the working piece, I can help you shift your
To give you
mindset.
options. No, now, and I'm loving that conversation, and I thank you for your courage. First of all, talk like that is very important. Now, you need to, and that's good. So now you need to show Gerard 10 years ago and the difference with the Gerard today. Because like, and I love that, because that's there's a lot of entrepreneurs making money like that, and to be able to say like, no, is really how to I don't like the word side hustle. To me, it defeats
Yeah.
the entire purpose. But like how to build a part-time pathway out of your job beside retirement. You see how I wrote it? So it means like it's something optional. Now, what is very important, if you've been to any network marketing company, their selling point was so powerful. They said like, hey, everybody here will be happy to make 500 extra a month, and people raise their hands. They said like maybe it's nothing for you, but 500, I can pay my car payment. Then said like, it was back then when mortgages used to be $1,000, years ago. If you can make $1,000 a month, you can pay your mortgage. And people like, yeah, then they go up 1,500, 2,000, and then okay, maybe you can get the vacation. So now I want you to find out, because I try to understand everything that you conquer who might be small to you, might be somebody else's miracle. There's some people who have a job, after they get paid, they have zero. So if you can be positive every time you get paid, you have something to teach about. So I want you to get everything that you're saying is good, but you need something practical. It cannot be based on like me. Like for example, I cannot say that you're gonna have my result, but I have some result. You see what I'm saying? So you need to figure out some, like for example, you have a book, so you're a published author. You have a course, so you know how to go from zero to have a course. And you have people who bought your course, you have people who bought your book. So I want you to focus on that. How you can have a job and have enough discipline and strategy to while you're working, making money with your book and making money with your online course. So now that's the authenticity of your message. That's why people are gonna connect you. Say, man, I'm working, man. It's impossible, man. How, man? I got a job. I'm tired, man. How can, man? I'm gonna come home, and how do you got the focus to be able to write a book while you're working, man? And now you have a selling point. I will show you how to develop the mind clarity and the discipline to position myself to do that. It makes sense?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So because like there's always because that question is coming. So you want to make sure that you be able to answer that and use that, and watch out now. This is huge. You can charge by amount to tell somebody how to publish a book while you're working, how to publish an online course while you're working, and how to change your mindset to have the courage while you're working to put your book out. Because a lot of people thinking that just one book gonna make them rich, that they're gonna put one book on Amazon and that's it, man. And they count their Facebook friends. I got 2,000 Facebook friends. I got 1,000 people at least gonna buy my book for $20. I make 20,000. I pay my bills for 5 months, or I'm good. And then you realize that likes is not a sale. So it's like, wait a minute, I got 100 likes on 2 books I sold. So then you say, like, okay, there's something missing. So because you've been through that, that's a mindset shift that to prepare people in the mind that your Facebook friends are not your client. Your classmates are not necessarily your client. Your co-worker are not necessarily your client. Your church members are not necessarily your client. And if you focus on that aspect of a thing and shift the mindset, like understand, first week or whatever, you shift the mindset on that. The second week, this is how you can publish a book. This is how you can get your online course. Fourth week, this is not. You see what I'm saying? And now they can see the practical step and say, I didn't know I could feel like that. So I want you to focus on that, because like the title is very important. So just rephrase your title, restructure everything, and your stuff gonna work. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna flesh those out, man, and then that probably would be a good reason to schedule some off time with you.
And then we can walk it out. And like I said, eventually, because like you're already in the stages, if that's what we're talking now. To me, you're already in the stages where you should be able to think about having an event in like end of February, beginning of March in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to be out there, because like again, like I said, like it's just saying like, okay, I'm gonna have an event. Like you're the headliner. Like what? Like by yourself. Why? because I want you to know what it is to set up an event and say that you have an event and pay ads to make sure that people register to the event. And the stuff can be 47 bucks, 27, whatever. It's not going to be free though. People need to pay to come. It need to be at least a good meal, like 50 bucks, 47 minimum. And I want you to go through that. And I want you to look at what type of person you are after you put the event as a headliner yourself on a billboard or whatever flyer, and say like, I'm doing a conference and this is my topic and you need to come in home. Like the person you become in the process of doing that, you're never gonna be the same. The Darren is here, but Darren did something. If you can, I believe he left. I know he's traveling, but Darren, was one of my students. He did the event and stuff was so powerful after that. So many things happened. So I hope I was able to answer some of the questions. But if you have more questions, go ahead, Gerald or Katrina or Great Lady. Don't go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Great Lady. Go.
Oh no, you can speak.
Oh, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mentor, for the great session as usual. Sorry, I'm driving. So I just wanted to give a suggestion to Gerald, if Mentor, you can allow me.
Yes.
Like selling a course for $99 is what his mentor will tell me if I'm wrong. It's what they call already high ticket. And because I used to sell courses on that type of prices, you can, I don't know if Mentor already did it, but for you to be in a level where you sell a high ticket from people who just fill up a Google form, you need to be famous. Someone like Mentor like this, when we say Mentor, people will swap the card without even thinking because he's on a certain level. But for high ticket, it's usually the call on the phone. That's work. Like when people book an appointment on your calendar, you can add questions there. That's one with it. Because let's say like I want your call and I fill a form and I have to wait till you get back to me. That will take long. I might change my opinion to buy. But if I already have an appointment with you, even though later on after filling the form I want to change my mind or whenever, but I'm already on your calendar. You see what I mean? That changed everything because the Google form is good. Don't get me wrong, but with my small experience, people will change mind so quickly. That was just one of the points I wanted to add on you. So you might think about that. So I will recommend you to use the app like Calendly. Calendly, you can add a question on it. When people take appointments, they can answer your question. Like the same question you want to put on Google form, you can put it on the calendar. So I already booked an appointment, I already have the time with you, and I answer the question. So whenever you receive an answer on your email from someone who already had an appointment with you, you can see them answer. Like they say, okay, this is why do you want to take an appointment? What is your commitment? What is this? What is that? From those answers, it's already telling you which type of person you're receiving on your appointment. You see what I mean? So now you have an idea of who you're receiving and how you're gonna use your time on the appointment, the session, to talk with the person because you already have an idea of the person's mindset. You see what I mean? So this is just my small experience of selling high ticket product. Because when it comes to high ticket, you attract good people, but because it's not everybody who buy high ticket. It's people who already used to that, and they have a certain mindset, and they have also expectations. So they want things to be a certain way because they're going to pay you not a normal amount. You see what I mean? So I would just wanted to put that there was on my heart for you. Sorry if I say anything wrong.
No.
That was not my question.
Oh, that's good. I
Yes,
So
received that.
perfect. Perfect, but that's exactly. I mean, that's exactly what I was saying. But she thought, she said like now she tried to be humble, like more experienced. But I mean, she speak Russian. She been doing a lot of stuff. She been she act like she big time. She got clients in Ukraine, man. So she just tried to be, but she
yeah, mentor, I had a question for
yes,
you.
go ahead.
My question was, so in today's world how things is going so fast.
Yes,
So with, let's say, like I have a live and I have a call to action.
yes,
So with so many restrictions out there now with social media and all of that, because right now we're talking, my Facebook account have been blocked for more than a month now.
wow,
So, and I tried to email Facebook. I did like I don't know how many email I already sent them, but they never get back to me. So just saying, like with so many restrictions out there, with your call to action. So how do you recommend us to do the best way to do the call to action? Instead of
perfect.
just saying it like, well, of course you're gonna say it, speak it, but if you have the link you want people to click on and
So
things
number
like,
yeah, the number one thing that you need to do is like that. You have to be current. Do you see what I start doing on my Facebook page lately? That I've been having a lot of conversation because I know I'm about to offer something. So I know that people love to talk about, like I saw Michelle Obama speech was powerful. So I use that momentum to put Michelle Obama picture and recognize the importance that a real man is not afraid of a smart woman. And I know I will get the stuff. So people usually don't come. So I get my organic traffic to prepare because I have an event coming. So I cannot just come out of the blue. Hey guys, I have an event. It's like, no. So I have to engage people. So I'm coming to engage people. So you have to engage people with what matter the most in their heart. So you know that, for example, that I mean, that's a topic we will never finish, the 50-50 topic, okay? Especially for black women everywhere, but 50-50 topic because of experience or whatever, make people mad, make guys react. But so you coming with that. I have a new way about that 50-50 thing. Social media, that's one of the best topics. So what's it going to do? They're going to send you free traffic. That's number one. So that with that free traffic, the people who come in to be curious, they're gonna go like, okay, what that person is talking about? Oh, she has a website, and they go curiously, they go click on it, say, oh, what's going on? Oh, wow, you know. Then after that, you engage with everybody. Put a comment, you engage with them. Thank you for your comment. Thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. So okay, that person answer. So they're gonna add you as a friend, even if you're not business people, but their activity you talk to the algorithm, who's the AI. Say, wait a minute. Quickly is very nice. Let me see if another friend of that person runs might be interested too. So they send you traffic. This is because now you're utilizing a topic, and I talk about it a lot of time. Like you have to figure out what people like. Now you have to myself. I was supposed to do that just a time. You have to pay for verification. You need to have a verified account. So when you have a verified account, you can talk to Facebook customer service. One of their selling points, this is why it's so hard to get them on the phone and stuff like that unless you verify. So you need to have a verified account with all that.
yeah, my account is verified. Like I remember, like the account they did block. I put my ID on it. I put all my information. Like it was verified with my ID, but maybe I don't know. It was not a pay account because I know now they have a monthly
Yes,
pay account.
yes. So you to get customer service, you need to have a monthly pay account. But when it comes to stuff, this is what I learned. When it comes to social media, when you comment on somebody's page or stuff like that, you have to be very careful to utilize some words. So everything that you're saying, even if it's in a joking way about a man or woman, you may get banned. So all this kind of stuff, you have to be very careful and to be very short when you want to discuss with someone, because then the more you talk, and you got more chance to get banned, unfortunately. Now, this is why I talk about webinar. Webinar are more powerful because like they're not gonna, block your webinar. But if you create more reels with your call to action, especially on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts, very powerful too, you're gonna get more people interested to what you're doing. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the
But
call
like
to
in my
action.
case now, man. Oh, go ahead. No, I will let you finish. Sorry.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Like in my case, just to help everyone, maybe it can happen to you as well. So I learned this long time ago. Now I learned it from one guy just like that on YouTube who said something I practiced right away. He said, if you have an online business, always have at least two Facebook account if you use Facebook,
Oh
and
yeah,
add
sure.
your other account as an admin on your pages, on
Yes,
your groups. So
yes.
in case they block you with your other account, you still can have access to your pages and to your account. But in my case, why I'm really concerned about that account I'm talking about, because that's my main account. If I want to do a Facebook ad, that's the account I use to create my page.
Mm,
So I will still need it.
yes.
So the reason why I'm concerned is that because that account is important for me. But me, they block my account because I did log in from an area I was not common to Facebook. So they
Mm,
sent me an email and I did not check my email. The day I saw it, I replied to them that was me, but that was the deadline day. And they blocked me and they say, oh, this they created an account, like an Instagram account, they don't respect the rule. But it's not even my Instagram account.
yeah,
I don't
somebody
even know
got
that
you.
Instagram.
Yeah, somebody
But my
got you.
Instagram still working right now.
Okay, so yeah, so like for me, for example, now they don't let me access my Instagram account from my desktop, but they let me access it from my phone. So this is why, I've been preaching that since you've been knowing me since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
This is why you cannot count on them, and that's what I was talking about the data. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
you still have your YouTube, you have to go hard on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, go hard on YouTube and go hard on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, and go hard on Instagram. So even Facebook was always your stuff. Go hard over there, and when you go hard over there, make sure that you get the maximum of data.
Okay.
Get the maximum of data so you can shoot emails to people and see what's going on. Is so important. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, mentor.
You have to do that, and then so how long will they block you on Facebook? They give you a date, or you're gonna get that?
It's been almost a month and a half now.
So they didn't tell you when they're gonna get your stuff back.
So whenever every time I'm trying to log in, it's telling me like I still have 130 something days to kind of like repost back or something like that, like to try to recover my account. If I don't, I will lose my account forever. But I emailed them. I don't know. Another part of me was telling me maybe I should take a Facebook or monthly payment just to get in touch with them. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Try to do that. If it lets you do that, try to do that to talk to the customer service. Also, there's a website. They changed
Like
the
I tried
system.
all the website mentor. Like I went on YouTube. I did all the researches possible. I
Okay, okay.
found even one website was Facebook that's like hack or something spam or so whatever. I tried it
Let's see.
all. Like nothing is working.
Let's try this one. I have one more that I went to a Facebook workshop, and that website still working. So go to facebook.com/blueprint. Okay.
Flash what?
facebook.com/, like the bar, blueprint. And you're going to go to Meta Blueprint. So it's facebook.com
Blueprint, yeah.
blueprint. Yeah, that's it. Blueprint altogether. Let me put, I'm on a site now. Let me put that on the chat and try that now and see what's going on.
Yeah, I even contact one you. I don't know if you know her mentor. There is a lady in Ivory Coast who help people like to recover back them pages and things like that.
Okay, Joe.
I got in touch with her if she could help, but she say I can't.
Yeah, so yeah, some people recover, some because you, especially you are in the United States. So yeah, stuff like that happen, and also, so where were you that when your stuff happened like that, and you said like you couldn't open your stuff on that Facebook area, like where were you for them to say something
So
like
I
that?
was only in Pittsburgh, but I was like in another county.
Oh,
Like
they
I'm in
didn't
Allegheny
recognize.
County, and I went to Butler County.
Oh, I see. You couldn't verify that it was you.
Yes.
Done. Okay, yes. Everything that you spent. Okay, everything that you spent
So
yourself.
that's what they
Okay.
thought it was a spam because they sent me an email to confirm that it was me. And at the day I'm going to reply that it's me, that same day they block my account.
Yeah, something like that. So that's unfortunate. But try
Yeah.
to try the link I just put on the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to sign something. Okay, Katrina, I'm waiting for you for your answer. I mean for your question. Go ahead.
Okay, where was I? Okay, so I know you and I talked about building a website. Do
Yeah.
you know what platform are we going to be using?
Yes. Go, Daddy.
Oh, we're going to use GoDaddy.
Yes.
Do you want me to go ahead and get that set up?
Yes, I mean whenever you can, yes, you can do that. Like just go to GoDaddy and then pay for the $16 a month, whatever. Like if you know how to use it, yeah, it will simplify a lot of stuff.
I mean, I don't know how to, I could just get I could at least get the domain. I mean, I could do that part. I
Yes,
can't build the
get the domain. Now let me do something that's gonna help you. That's good that we talk about that. I love your question, by the way. I want you to do it, but I want you to get it with a Gmail account that's going to be used by your future team because you think about scaling. Let me break it down for you. I want you to see, for example, what's an example? If you can create something that we're going to call Katrina team at gmail.com. That's an example, right?
domain.
Because like the stuff that I'm doing because of breach of confidentiality and stuff like that. When I build a website, I don't like to use an email who's connected to your bills or your personal affair. It makes sense?
You don't like to do what?
To be to helping a client who's connected, who have an email, and that email is their personal email, because I don't want
Okay.
to have access to your email. Because they're
Okay.
gonna say that when I get it to my IP address, they're gonna say, "Oh, verify is you." So like I'm going to your email or say it's me. I don't want to have access to your personal stuff. I want you to create something so when it comes to for a website, that email is just for a website. So you give me access to that email where I can go and just do my stuff. It makes sense? And that's for security too. Because what happened, unfortunately, because I've experienced, I've been doing that since 2002. Some people who have access to your personal information, sometimes they change their mind and they mess up your personal info. So whenever you have a web designer, even if it's me, pray, thank you, Jesus, for the trust, but you want to always create a separate Gmail account just for GoDaddy. And of course, you give me the password for me to access, but to recover the account, you only have all the information. So just in case something happened, that's the email that you're going to give to your future virtual assistant to when you have a team. That's the email they're going to use. That's the same email if they want to get access to stuff and stuff like that. Put something on your YouTube channel, they're going to go through that and all this kind of stuff. That's how we're going to do that. Okay, that's it. Very important. is key. I cannot hear you if you talk. You're on mute.
So I had GoDaddy one time, $29.99. I had a website and I missed one payment and they got rid of all my websites. They got
Yes,
rid of everything.
exactly. We are not going to do that. You don't need 29.99 a month. That's a huge package. Right now, that's why we talk. Get the package with 16, or even if you don't even want to do that, and you're not sure which one, just buy your domain, and then I will choose if you're not sure where to go, and make sure that you don't click on the yearly thing. Make sure that you click on the monthly one,
Right.
because you're gonna get the other thing. They're gonna get $200, and you are not prepared to get $200, and that $200 is gone. It's not coming back.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's
correct.
another situation. I already have an email. I mean, I already have a website, but that
Yes.
website, I'm trying to, they're about to take that website because I gotta pay. And I might have to just lose all my stuff on that website. So
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, do I need that website? Because this one is going to be loading, all the other stuff as I build up, the book and all that stuff. So can I let my other website go or do I need that?
Try to get the maximum of content. Copy and paste the content over there.
Yeah.
Copy and paste on a Microsoft Word format, and then when you build your website, you give it to me, and then you can go faster and set up.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what about a domain name? You're about to lose a domain name too?
I'm okay if I lose the domain name. So
No, wait a minute. The domain name is when the domain name expired, because sometimes it gives you a little time.
well, no, see, whenever I lose a domain name, they hold it hostage for like $2,000 and stuff like that. I ain't worried about that. I can
Okay.
change the name. Like right now, I was minerallymade.com, the name of my business. When I lost it, they say, okay, now you owe us $2,000 to get it back. I say, forget it. So I'm like, okay, I come up with another website. It's You Are Minerally Made, right? And so
Yes.
I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, well, you know what? I really wanted to be We Are Minerally Made. So I don't mind losing it because I want another one anyway.
Okay. So find the new name that you want, and then let's work on that, because it's part of the package that you have now. The stuff is that you have no it's no charge for you to get access to what for me to build the website, and then of course I will show you when I got all the information. It's not going to take more than 2 days to build that thing.
Okay, because in that way,
Done.
I can start generating some income so I can pay for all this stuff. So I'm trying to figure out the this is way.
Yeah, but this is why, and that's good, because this is why I was talking about the way I was talking about today. It's like that was a refresher. Praise God for all the tools. I mean, just brand new, but praise God for all the tools that all the people heard before. But let's go back to the basis, and today was back to the basis. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't have that, what else that you have? Okay.
Okay, so I'll get started on that. Okay.
So start on that and let me know. This this week is gone already for me. So if you have to start on websites, can be sometime next week.
Okay. You know how when you're getting a domain, they say, well, do you want email? Do you want this? Do you want that? Do I need to check any boxes?
No, just want the domain name, and then when you're ready, to get the 16 a month, to try to look for the $16 a month package, and then you
Uh-huh.
pay for domain and the hosting. Now,
Okay.
what you
Uh-huh.
can do if you have a little bit of money, don't take the domain for 1 year, take it for 2 years if you can. If you
Okay.
can get for 2 years, even if you miss I don't think you will miss a hosting, but if something happens, you still gonna own the domain.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. And what about the SSL? I don't need the SEO
No, no, no.
SSL. Okay.
SSL usually come with it. Usually come with it, but right now, if you pay the $16, I believe the SSL is free for 1 year.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm on it. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. All right, no problem. Okay,
All
great lady. Everything is fine. Okay. All right. I will call you. All right then. Thank you, everybody.